Anyways, I don't really know what else to do here. Other than maybe do the lookout below feat. I really can't think of anything else at this point to, like, you know, be able to do while exploring these pre-built toy box worlds. Because honestly, I'd rather just make worlds up from scratch, if you were to ask me. But let's get that attack copter out here. Yeah, that'll probably do it. I was thinking like maybe we should use the Incredicopter instead. I'll place down both just in case.
Wasn't on my to-do list, but I think it's a very worthwhile diversion.
What was on your to-do list, Wazowski? I'm curious. Alright, let's get that enemy creator in here. Spawn in some enemies. Although I'm not sure how this is going to work with all these different islands, you know? Going to be pretty spread out. Wow, okay. Did not expect the fire rate of this helicopter to be, you know, so high. I guess it probably has a higher fire rate than the Incredicopter, if I were to guess. Also, it is weird that, I mean, I know there's, outside of other flying vehicles like the Dumbo, the flying elephant, and I think a couple more, I believe there's only 3 normal helicopters, per se, in this game, because only one of the power discs is an actual helicopter. While the others are just kind of other flying vehicles. I know there's also the Recognizer, which, yeah, that does. It's similar to the helicopters because it actually, you know, has a weapon. You shoot little cubes out of it, kind of like the Light Runner. Oh. There we go. I forgot how strong these helicopters are. Jeez. They are pretty darn strong. What's weird is that I'm pretty sure in the Nintendo Wii version of Disney Infinity, helicopters can only be used in that game's combat toy box, nowhere else. So, yeah, I don't even think they could be used in the racing toy box. So, you can't even drive on a racetrack with a freaking helicopter. Unbelievable. All right, there we go. See, just one hit out of that Omnidroid. He's gone. Wow. I don't even think I want to use the, also apparently, Rockets is its name. Okay. Nice. Get out of here. Alright, I know what I talked about before about the Electronic Day stuff at my school. And, my friend bringing the Wii U to school to play Disney Infinity. Now, I don't know if I should, you know, tell stories about me and my friends playing Disney Infinity a lot, like, after the first game, like, about the others, because, spoiler alert, what? Okay, that Agrabah guard just attacked that other guy. What on earth? That's weird. That usually does not happen. Unless they have like teams set on them, which you can do, by the way, in this game. Oh shoot. I forget the name of this flower. Is it like a magic flower or something? I forget exactly how it works. It's been a while since I've seen Tangled. I don't exactly remember what it does. Well, oh, I know what I could talk about. And that's, I know I talked a lot about the Wii version of Disney Infinity because that was the version that I played a lot as a kid because it was the first version I had. Now, on top of the Wii and Wii U versions, I also had the mobile version of Disney Infinity. Yes, Disney Infinity was released on, I believe, iOS devices, mainly iPads. You know, it was available in the App Store, which is pretty cool. With Disney Infinity Toy Box, that was its name. It was pretty much only the Toy Box mode. There were no play sets or anything. However, you were able to scan the webcode cards. By the way, yeah, that was pretty much the use of the webcode cards that came with your characters, or like the figures you would buy. I believe the starter pack came with one. And that the use for them was to redeem those codes in digital versions of Disney Infinity on PC and mobile. Now, I'm pretty sure in order to like get power discs, you had to pay for them like via like microtransactions and stuff, which is kind of ridiculous. Also, I'm pretty sure that an alternate way of getting extra figures without actually owning the physical ones was actually by like, I think you were able to pay for them via microtransactions, which is kind of dumb, but I get it. I understand why. But it's not saying it isn't ridiculous. But whatever. I do remember playing it a lot, and of course I would actually, like, you know, get access to a lot of characters and stuff. And scan my webcode cards that I had, because I kept those. I didn't throw them away or anything. What did I look like, a chump? I actually still have most of the webcode cards to this day. There were a couple of them that I lost. Now, I didn't, you know, purposely throw them away or lose them. I just kind of lost them on accident. Because I still have a grand majority of them somewhere. Which is pretty cool. But yeah, I believe most characters came with a webcode card. I think there was only a couple like later figures for the third game that didn't come with webcode cards because I think they were, because not all of the 3.0 editions characters were available in the digital versions because they cut the cord on the digital versions pretty quickly, actually. I think in early 2016 they did. So, like, I believe the characters for the last two playsets for 3.0, along with a couple other characters, were just not in the digital versions, but were available in the console versions, which is really odd. But yeah, that's why a lot of the later ones did not come with webcode cards at all. But anyways, it was also how you actually got access to toys featured in certain play sets, is that you would scan the webcode cards that came with the playset that came with the playset packs. And I think in the mobile version you were instantly given access to that playset's toys for the toy box. However, I think in the PC version it gave you access to the actual playset, and you could play through it and unlock the toys in there naturally, as you do in the console versions. Now, another cool thing I remember is that you were actually, on the mobile version, because I didn't really play the PC version, but what's cool about the mobile version is that you were actually able to play Toy Box World shared online via Toy Box Share, which is really cool, actually. I think it's a really cool feature. That, yeah, you were pretty much able to play the Toy Box Worlds that were shared online on the other versions, pretty much on the go, which is really cool. Which is funny that the iPad version is superior to the actual handheld version of Disney Infinity on the Nintendo 3DS. I think that is absolutely hilarious. That they put more effort into the mobile version than the 3DS version. And the Wii version, arguably. Because, like, I guess that's what made me realize, like, why made me hate the Wii version even more. Because I was like, because what's funny is that I know the mobile version was pretty similar graphically to the Wii version, actually. And they had the same player models and everything. Like, that were, you know, lower poly and didn't have really any facial animations, like in the Wii version. From what I remember, at least. Great. Alright, time to spawn more in. Or just, see if I can reach it from here. The enemy spawner. Almost. Almost. Dang it. Oh, I reached it. I heard it. I think. It might have hit it twice, actually. That's probably what happened. Because there are 2 missiles. Because I heard the siren. Alright, that works. Cool. Alright. Back into action. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. That was when the point that I thought that, okay, the Wii version of Disney Infinity has no excuse being the quality it is. If it could run on freaking iPads from 2013 or before, then there's no excuse. You know? I mean, I know it's still... I mean, I know the Wii is still a console from 2006, but, like, still. I mean, the fact that a lot of mobile games, like, early mobile games, were ported to the Wii. I know it's a lot of simpler ones, like, I think... What's that one game called? Let's Make Pottery or something? That was on WiiWare. That was also a mobile game. If you don't know, WiiWare was pretty much a service on the Wii where you could, like, download smaller titles from the Wii Shop channel, rather than being full-on physical games. They were smaller games, like I said. I think Jelly Car was also on there, which was a mobile game that was actually published by Disney Interactive. I remember playing that a lot as a kid on my old iPod Touch. Well, actually, it was my sister's, but I played on it a lot anyway. But yeah, I still remember being at like a doctor's office or something, cranking on my iPad and playing the newest Toy Box Worlds that people shared on Disney Infinity. It's pretty cool. You know, it definitely gave you a lot of reason to play the game. To play the game on mobile is to see others' creations. You know? I don't even think Minecraft did that at this time, you know? Like, because Minecraft was on mobile, and I think was probably one of the best-selling mobile games out there. Even though... I specifically mean the mobile version. I know Minecraft's originally a PC game. But, yeah, I don't know if Minecraft had online sharing at this time to, like, share creations or whatever. In fact, I don't think that was a feature at all. So it's kind of cool for Disney Infinity to have something like that, you know, kind of have some edge over Minecraft, having a lot more online connectivity. I don't think the mobile version had multiplayer, though. So, that's kind of a shame. But still, the fact that you're able to play, you know, online Toy Box Worlds. Because if you don't know how Toy Box Share worked, was you couldn't just submit a toy box world and it'll automatically be on the service. That would be how it would work in the later games, but that wasn't it for the first. How it worked is pretty much each week they would like hold a contest. And oh, a chest appeared right in front of me. It's a Phineas chest. Cool. Seems like it's always a Phineas chest. It's either Phineas or Wreck-It Ralph. I'm guessing they have the most chests out of everyone, like in terms of like items. Because I think I said this before. For the toy box only characters, they actually have different amounts of items you can unlock in their character chests. Like I think Wreck-It Ralph and Phineas have a ton, whereas some, like I think the Frozen characters, don't have that many. Boom. The heck is the tank omnidroid? I hear him. There he is. Boom. As I was talking about, each week the developers would like hold Avalanche would hold a contest with the game with a different theme of people to compete to make like the best toy box worlds out of a certain theme. Like sometimes it'd be like a certain franchise, like like an Aladdin theme or a Maleficent theme. I think they did that to coincide with the release of the live-action Maleficent movie in 2014, starring Angelina Jolie. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. Sometimes it would also do like more general themes, like I think like a winter sports challenge, where they would make like a winter sports themed toy box worlds, and I think there was even like a challenge where they like have to come up with a new sport or something. I think it was also like a Toy Story sequel challenge. Keep in mind, this was in like 2014, you know, way before Toy Story 4 came out, and I'm pretty sure the one of the picks or one of the worlds for that challenge was actually called Toy Story 4. You know, they like recreated Bonnie's house from Toy Story 3 or something like that. It was crazy. But yeah, so people would like submit toy box worlds on each theme, and and Avalanche would pick the top 5 like best worlds, and those would be the ones that people could access in Disney Infinity via Toy Box Share. And that includes on all versions, even the mobile versions, which is really cool. So as long as you had an internet connection, it would be pretty cool to play Disney Infinity literally on the go. Or at least, you know, playing... Okay, I got really scared there for a second. I thought the game was about to crash. Or just freeze, kind of. So I keep on forgetting that this isn't a Wii U or Wii or whatever. The game freezing does not, you know, freeze up the entire system. Or at least I don't think it does for this. What's that down there? Seriously, what the hell is that? Is that just part of the Sky Dome? Probably. It's freaking me the hell out. Like, cause now I don't see it. Huh. It's probably a glitch. I don't know, man. This game's been acting kind of strange lately. First the lag spike, and now this. Nice! One of the enemies spawned on the rail. I can't even hit him. Oh, okay. Well, there he goes. Chests seem to really like this island in particular. wonder if I'm anywhere close to the feat being done. I mean, considering how easy it is to defeat some of these enemies, I might be getting close. Although now that I think about it, doing it on this world probably wasn't a good idea. Because of, again, how spread out everything is. But I guess I have to do it because, you know, the feat, what's it called again? Like, look out below. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. In one session with an air vehicle. So I have no choice but to do it here, otherwise I would, you know, lose a whole bunch of progress that I assume I've already made. There we go. Okay, but yeah, pretty cool stuff. And there would even be a weekly webcast that would, like, announce the... Straight Shooting 2, by the way. And there we go! Got an achievement! Feat Master. Complete 75 feats. We did it, boys. Been waiting for this for a long time. And now I believe we only have a couple more achievements left to go. Still have to level up those characters. And play some multiplayer. Gotta call up some of my friends to see if they want to play some Disney Infinity with me soon. We'll see. But yeah, I believe, how many achievements do I have now? 42. Now I believe, because of the lack of online connectivity, we'll only be able to get 48 out of the 50 achievements for this game. But still, you know, 6 more achievements to go. And this is all the feats we still have. What was Straight Shooting 2? Wasn't it like shoot 500 targets or something? Shoot 500 objects in one session. Wow, really? Okay. Interesting. Alright, apparently we've shot 500 objects in one session. How does that even happen? Now, I wonder what it means by one session. Does it mean, like, just in one world? Or, like, just in one, like, play session without turning off the system or something? I really don't know. Although, to be fair, the terrain blocks could count as objects, but for great. But still, 500 objects? That's pretty ridiculous. You gotta admit. Shall we? Alright. Anyways, as I was saying, they would announce the results for each challenge in the weekly webcast known as Toy Box TV. I remember as a kid actually tuning in to Toy Box TV frequently. It's pretty cool. It was kind of, you know, fun to watch, like, you know, this show involving Disney Infinity of all things. One of my favorite things at the time. Pretty sure... Yeah, it was hosted by, I believe, 2 of the developers of the game. I think one of them was one of the higher ups at Avalanche. I still remember his name. John Vignacchi, I believe, was his name. He's a pretty recognizable figure within the Disney Infinity base, or Disney Infinity fan base. Again, probably because, like, I think he was one of the higher ups of the company. So it's pretty cool that he was able to take time out of his day to host a webcast. It's pretty cool. It used to be on Disney Infinity's YouTube channel, which I wouldn't be surprised if I, like, subscribed to that or whatever. As a kid, just to check out a webcast every week. Now, unfortunately, the Disney Infinity YouTube channel no longer exists. However, I believe all of the episodes, if not most of them, have been archived on, oddly enough, the main Disney website, because it has a whole video, video section, and all of the Toy Box TV episodes have been preserved on there, so that's pretty cool. I might need to download them sometime soon, just in case they're ever taken off there, and also so that I can have an easy way to use footage from them for these videos. And who knows, maybe I can even do something cool, like watch them with friends or something. That'd be interesting. I don't know anyone else in real life that watched those. Watched Toy Box TV, just me. But yeah, pretty cool. If I haven't already talked about it in this series, there you go. Although I don't know if I talked about my personal connection to it before. There we go. Couldn't have said it better myself, Wazowski. There we go. The Lookout Below feat has been acquired. Alright, don't need these enemies anymore. Wow, okay, dude. Really cool. Really cool. What are the odds of that happening? Anyways, I think we only have like, what, 17 or 16 feats left? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17, alright. Wait. Oh, right. Sharpshooter to 5,000 objects. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that you have to shoot 5,000 objects for a feat. Are you freaking kidding me? Let's see. Vehicles, townspeople. I'm sure I could do this one easily. I don't know if I want to right now. Because, like... Well, I can think of a couple reasons how I... Or, couple ways I could do that. Blocks. There's a master builder too, isn't there? I swear. It's gonna be like place 1,000 blocks in one session if you're that insane. Excuse me, drift for over... Yeah, I think a lot of these had to do with vehicles. 100 creativi-toys connections. Dear God. Travel a total distance of 100 kilometers. Jump over 100 objects with your mount during the course of play. Okay, spin over 10 minutes in the air. 500 bashables. Well, the only one I can think about, or think of doing right now, think about being possible right now. The only one I can't think about being possible right now is Just for Kicks, and I think, or Just for Kicks 2, I think it's called. Which I think the best way I could do that is so that I could do it with just a few townspeople without letting any of them escape. Is literally making, yeah, nothing but walls to trap the townspeople in. We could probably have one of the playset townspeople. Metroville's Woman of the Year. Interesting. Thunderhead, the Hoarder. Wow, really? This is all of the supers they have? Just 5? I mean, they could have had some others from The Incredibles, like, there's Gamma Jack. There's, what's her name? Stratogale? Something like that. Psych Wave. Splashdown. He got sucked into a tornado. Thunderhead's pretty cool, though. That's right, kids. I know my Incredibles lore. I read the NSA articles for the supers on the. That's NSA as a National Supers Agency, by the way. I read through those files in the Incredibles DVD. Sorry, Thunderhead, but I have to. This is what you get for wearing a cape. And getting it, what, stuck on a missile or something? Isn't that how he died in the movie? But yeah, apparently, according to those NSA files on the Incredibles DVD, or at least the second disc of it, rather than included by the bonus features, whoops, Thunderhead apparently never finished school. And he's always going, oh, by the way, we're halfway to it. All right, that's good to know. Always with their efforts to tell kids to not skip school so that they wouldn't end up how he was. Or something like that. But yeah, I believe most of the supers would actually like have little voice files in there and like would talk about stuff. Pretty cool how they actually gave these, you know, throwaway characters voices. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them were just random employees at Pixar were providing the voices. I mean, Pixar sometimes does that for their main characters anyway. I mean, Ratatouille, Linguini, you know. Alright, there we go. Just for Kicks 2. There we go. Gave us 200 sparks. That's what I'm talking about, game. I put good work into getting that feat done. You better give me 200 sparks. God, we only have a couple of feats left, which are mainly vehicle-based and block-based. Okay. Gotta place a lot of blocks. I gotta do something with it. What? I thought I saw... Yeah? Okay. Yeah, saw Mike's eye messing up there. What the heck? What the heck? You guys seeing this? Oh, God. That's disturbing. Oh, God, I hate that. Ew. Anyways, let's get the magic wand out. First of all, well, actually, let's delete these guys first. Which, okay, you cannot connect townspeople to anything. I forgot about that. I know in the later Disney Infinity games you can. But, yeah, you could just move and delete them. Wow. Alright. But anyways, there we go. I believe, yeah, there's Sharpshooter 2. Easy ground view, jump over 100 objects in total. Spend over 10 minutes in air in the ground vehicle. I know one way to do this. I think we all know how to, if you've, you know, kept up with this game in the past, you probably know what I'm talking about again, because I've mentioned it multiple times. God, 1,000 enemies. There's also 5,000 blocks, I think, right? 5,000 objects. God, this game expects the impossible from you. It's ridiculous. Set up 100 creativi-toy connections. Are there any more creativi-toys I could just show off for the time being? There's the dual action trigger. That's pretty cool. You can have it to where you have to have multiple creativi-toys active in order to trigger something to happen. So, like, for example, you can have... have multiple people step on 2 triggers in order for something to happen. So that's pretty cool. Object generator, I already shown that. Falling object generator, that's different. That was seen in one of the mastery adventures. You could have different physics balls and stuff. Drop from the sky. Oh yeah, by the way, there's also the target, which is pretty much a different button that you can shoot in order to have something happen. Alright, check this out. I believe we can pick different... Yep. It's pretty much just different ESPN balls. The bowling ball, soccer ball, basketball, baseball, football, tennis ball, golf ball, and hockey puck. Okay. How about the hockey puck? There we go. Even makes a sound effect. So yeah, pretty cool. What are you looking at, you hockey puck? Oh, okay. I wanted something cool to happen. It does slide a lot, though. I mean, I guess it is a hockey puck, you know? It's normally on ice, so of course it's going to normally be slippery. And I guess there are not really any ice physics in this game. I wonder what happens if we find a way to have it push it a little forward so we can stand on it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Never mind. Anyways, what else is there? There's the friend generator. You could spawn different townspeople. It has crystal on it. The crystal texture. Cool. Let's get rid of this. The falling objects generator. I'm pretty sure it's just, yeah, defeated spawn. Okay, that's interesting. You can set something up to where if the spawned toy is deleted, something can happen. Okay. That's kind of cool. Alright. So we can select different friends here. We can spawn Bullseye, Snow White, Hulk, King, and remove. 4 options? Really? That's it? I mean, Bullseye's nice, you know. Spawn in a vehicle. Even though... Oh wait, never mind. You can't spawn in vehicles in this game. So yeah, I guess that is kind of useful. Snow White, Hulk, and King. Excuse me, if you're wondering what Hulk is, I believe it just spawns in the Monstrous Citizen from the Incredibles playset. I don't know if you could call that Hulk game. I mean, I know Disney owns the Hulk, and I think owned the Hulk at this time. But, also gotta love the inconsistent coloring between the main head and the, the forehead. Interesting. Alright, yeah, that's Hulk. According to this game. Now, I believe with King. Okay. Why did I do that? Spawn in another one. I don't know. I guess I just didn't use the magic one like a smart person. King. I believe it's just the king from Cinderella. Yep. It sure is. Look at him. He's so happy. He's got a big old smile on his face. Get out of here. Alright, well that's a friend generator. Enemy generator is pretty similar, but I'm pretty sure you actually have a whole bunch more options. Party cannon. Safety dome. Okay, get this thing out of here. Teleporter, we already saw that. Stopwatch. Alright. Let's check this bad boy out. Get some enemies out. Alright. So yeah, these guys are going to chase you. Until now. Look at that. Yeah, they even have collision detection and everything. That's pretty interesting. I think in other Disney Infinity games, you could just phase right through them. So yeah, I guess putting in that game is kind of an afterthought to developers. It's a shame, because this is a really cool idea for a toy, you know? To freeze enemies. To freeze time. And I think it's also the same for the vehicles, right? Nope, you can use these. I think it's just enemies and townspeople.
Ooh, what's the matter? You scared?
They can still take damage, though. So yeah, pretty cool. This might be useful. This might have been useful for getting feats before, you know?
Nobody messes with my
It's pretty much
property and gets
the
away with it.
equivalent,
At least not for long.
pretty much just the equivalent of breaking bashables, you know? Because enemies aren't going to hurt you. And, alright, stopwatch started and stopwatch stopped. And again, I'm pretty sure you can use other creativi-toys to activate the stopwatch. Pretty cool. Kill switch. I think I've talked about this before. It's even got an electric sound to it. That doesn't sound good. And also, I'm pretty sure the little lightning bolt in the kill switch follows the camera. Or like it's always facing the camera. I think. Either that or it's at an angle. I can't tell. But if we touch it, we die. It literally spawned me in the kill switch. Wow, thanks, game. And we could connect it to other creativi-toys. Like a button. Check this out. Pressed. Defeat. It's just defeat, not even anything specific. No animation for it. Okay. So I guess it's you could use it to
Johnson, crackle, and howl. Ow! Cartman, shadow, snarl. Ha!
Thanks, Mike. Anyways, are we able? Whoops, I didn't even place it. Press the wrong button. All right. Could we do this? Activate the checkpoint. Yeah. Okay, and I'm pretty sure you can. So could this be a way to make like a different kind of teleporter, perhaps? Not active. Oh, you can. Wait a minute. Not active. I guess active. Alright, because you can activate a checkpoint using other creativi-toys, right? Yes, you can. Wow, so you could use that to make a complex teleporter. Interesting. Okay. How strange, but kind of cool. Anyways, what else is there? Let's see, there's the team activators. I've already talked about most of these. The counter, the timer, the time delayer, the repeater. I've already seen that. The replayer. Okay, this is probably the coolest one. Wow, there are a lot less creativi-toys in this game than I remember. Oh my god, there really aren't that many. Alright, you're going to need multiple buttons for this one because, let's see, it does not have properties, but there are a lot of settings for this. Alright, you're gonna wanna activate a lot of like buttons for this one. So, you can record the toys you place in the editor using this, which is really cool. So, start recording, stop recording, clear, playback, reverse playback. Okay, okay. Start recording. Actually, let's place down some more buttons. You're going to need a lot for this one. It's a very complex toy. But, it's worth it. Stop recording for that one. Should probably label these. Or something like that. Playback. And clear. There we go. Just got to remember that. And I think it tells you, yeah, it turns green whenever it's recording. So let's say we place down some blocks. Right? Then we stop recording, and then we play it back. Well, actually, we gotta clear it. There we go. Clear that, and then play it back. It spawns in the toys. Isn't that cool? I was always blown away by this as a kid. I'm still kind of blown away by how this engine was able to actually do something like this. Wow. And, yeah, they're just gone. Does this mean you could have certain toys phase through each other? Let's find out. Kind of curious. Whoops. Yeah, plant could probably do this. I'm not sure what's going on there. Or does it just not spawn in the toys? Okay, it just doesn't. Dang it, I thought we were onto something there. Okay, well, I guess it's a little smart then that if toys get in the way of the like the playback or the playback toys, it'll just not spawn them in. All right, good to know. I thought I was able to make concoctions by phasing toys into each other, but unfortunately you can't do that. This game's smarter than you might think. It's smarter than the average game. At least I think. So I like to think that. There's Victory Tracker, which I've talked about before. This tracks like player and enemy defeats and stuff like that. Like, check this out. Player 1 was defeated, player 2 was defeated, player 3 was defeated, player 4 was defeated, player 1 defeated an enemy, player 2 defeated an enemy, defeated player was hit. And yeah. Pretty cool. But yeah, especially useful for like multiplayer combat games, you know? Which probably have very limited appeal now because, you know, can't really play this game online. Who knows? Maybe some wackos out there have made private servers for this game. I highly doubt it. I don't think this game has reached that scale of people making private servers. I don't think this has reached the scale of stuff like Mario Kart, where people have been making private servers for Mario Kart Wii. You know. What the? Okay, apparently just running a helicopter into a button with no pilot can activate stuff. Oh, that played back everything. Okay. Well, we have these blocks now, I guess. Cool.